It's time to roll, time to slay, time to loot. Grab your dice, ready up, let's go!
Previously on the Chronicles of Celestria. Dawn broke over the Argent camp, and with it, farewells. Seamus, steady as the Yakutus he tended, pressed food into their hands and rations for the road ahead. Arya and Diego shared quiet words. Little Quinn giggled, and while Ashira embraced her kin, for Sylas, Remus's words lingered heavy. Follow the stars, they will guide you, even when all else falters. Flanagan's clover coach carried them swiftly to the Sylvanthal city. On the road, Mirabelle caught a fluttering paper bird, a note from Lady Poravinia, her ink warm with care and worry. In the Guild District, the Warden's Hall stood nearly empty. Only Soren Ironroot remained, stoic and scarred. When told of Miriala's fall, his granite face broke, and the dwarf wept openly. He pressed into their palms stone-marked coins, tokens of the Warden's oath. One day, when you need their call, the Wardens will answer. Then came the bells. The Emerald Court thundered with alarm. Guards rushing like hornets at the gates. Captain Lysander Emberleaf met their eyes. Shame and duty warring their way through the crowd, meeting Emberleaf's eye, who swiftly ushered them in. And there, upon the palace, stood High King Theodore Sylvanthal. He spoke of the stones, relics of the balance, fragments that had sealed the world after the convergence. One had been stolen, plucked from the royal vault itself by red-hooded shadows. Its loss could unmake more than just his city, his mind laid bare. Only another stone of its kind could unbind the seal placed on the vault. Only with another could it be taken from their grasp so easily. He tasked them with its recovery, warning that this mission must remain secretive. To cross openly onto the Dwarven city could risk unease, though part of his kingdom's dissidents whispered of a potential war with the Ironsworn dwarves hailing from Ignicia. Instead, they were to pursue the thieves in silence to the Forge Heart Citadel. His gift, the Royal Seal of Sylvanthal, healing kits, potions, rations, access to his teleportation waygates, and a purse of gold. His words, if this stone falls into the wrong hands, the balance breaks. I place my people's fate in yours. As the evening crept across the sky, that night Captain Emberleaf bid them rest. Tomorrow, the chase begins. This is episode 16 of the Chronicles of Celestria, Embers of Anarchy. We begin today covering what you guys have been up to between last session and now. At the end of last session, the party all received a purse of 1,000 gold pieces, some of which decided to go out and do some shopping. It was about 2:30 in the afternoon when you guys left the palace. You spent a good hour and a half to 2 hours pursuing different elements of shopping that you could do in the marketplace throughout Market's Row. We had Ashira and Elirr who went to the blacksmith. Ashira trying to use her old rusted fan and that of the Silverfang dagger received from Luriel to create a new fan, something the blacksmith took on and successfully did between the sessions. Elirr took his staff, his quarterstaff, and fixed the fine-tuned D100 item from Thalos Riftbreaker, the crystal that glowed, to the absolute pinnacle of his staff. So now we have a staff with that item attached to it. In the meantime, the party received 1 potion each. They also received 5 rations for each of them. Sylas received a healing kit, and Diego had his old one swapped out for a new one. In addition to this, Diego took his seal and joined the others as they walked around the Market Row. Whilst this was happening, Diego managed to successfully barter with almost every vendor. He alone visited the magic item store, where he purchased Kyotum's ointment. So he has 5 uses of that to go ahead. He also purchased a pole of collapsing, which will be, I'm sure, something we'll see along the way. In addition to this, we had Ashira and Sylas also received the successful bartering techniques of the silver-tongued Diego in achieving the purchasing of 2 new studded armor sets. So they're both now wearing studded leather armor. In addition to this, we had at the beginning of at the beginning of this session, we have a quick roll to do for the 2 people in this group who would like to visit the Moonlit Remedies, otherwise known as the Potion Master of this here city, Elirr and Sylas. Please, can I kindly ask for you to both roll for me a 1d5, please? As in the meantime, whilst these 2 are currently visiting, very nice. We have a 2 from Sylas. Elirr, can I have you to re-roll your 2, please, as you were the second one to do so? What happened when you guys visited the Moonlit Remedies is you spoke to... Let's re-roll it again until you stop rolling 2s. When you visited the Moonlit Remedies, you were met with Amara Leafshade, who essentially runs the store. Can I have you... Actually, no, a 1 is perfect. As you guys head in, she looked to you. She offered you wares and goods. And when you mentioned that you wanted to buy potion recipes, she looked upon you both, pulled out her small little booklet, and said for each page, she would charge you a minimum of 5 gold pieces. She exclusively said you would only be able to take one of them with you, and which one would be at random. So we have here Sylas with a 2. You now know how to create and brew the potion of climbing, which I will share to you in a message in a moment. And for Elirr, we have the potion of resistance and everything that it requires to make that. So you 2 both gain that in your travels. And that's where we're going to kick off today's session. It's been a busy period whilst you guys have been traveling around. A lot has happened. You have a date at 10 o'clock tonight at the Hearthrest Inn. Captain Emberleaf said he'd meet you at the Hearthrest Inn just shortly after, and that the best time to go would be in the early morning. As I've already been told what people would like to do, why don't I take you first to the Market Row, where you guys can see where you've been. It's actually, for the first time any of you have been here, it's not raining anymore. It's sunny. It's not looking too bad. My question is, who wants to go where first?
I will want to go to Lady Porovinia, obviously.
Very nice. Will anybody be joining Mirabelle as she's heading to Lady Porovinia? Or are you going on your own?
Not necessarily. Anyone can join if they like, but I'm not going to beg for people to join me if they have other things to do.
Yep, perfect. Is anybody joining Mirabelle?
I have nothing on my sleeve anymore, so sure.
Perfect.
I wouldn't mind joining her. Since we're standing in this marketplace, Elirr would mention he would want to go to the place where he picked up his books, just to check in and have a short chat about the things he's encountered.
I would say you probably have to do that instead, given that the time is sort of around about the mid-afternoon, coming up towards the evening. So if you want to do that, that would be a separate thing. So if you're doing that, Sylas and Mirabelle, the 2 of you are heading to Poroviania's estate. Perfect. The rest of you, where are you headed? What's the immediate next path?
Well, I gotta make a stop at the cathedral and then to a library. I don't know if what you guys have planned, but if anyone would like to walk with me there, I wouldn't mind taking along a few people.
Does anyone?
Well, Elirr would tell you that he was gonna go to the library as well, and if he had time to go to some kind of temple, but that's not a high priority.
Okay.
I have to go see Tarnik.
All right.
So if anybody wants to come along, they can. But otherwise, I'll meet you at the library or at the tavern later tonight.
I can go with you to see Tarnik, but I need to head back to the Hearthrest Inn first. If the Black Network did find any information, they would have left it for us there.
All right. Diego, where are you going?
I need to head to the library and post office at some point to send a
All
couple
right,
of
well,
letters.
How about Elirr, if you want to do the library first, us three can go there and then we can go do our own separate things right after, right? I mean, we're just heading there to look at some books real quick and then
Perfect.
that way us three can walk together.
So we have a couple people splitting up. We've got, is it Ashira and Zell as a group heading to the Hearthrest Inn first before heading to the Black Market? That's your first route. The second group we've
Yep.
got is Mirabelle and Sylas heading to Lady Poravinia's estate. We then have Elirr, who's going to the scribe shop quickly before jumping into the library where he'll meet up with the other two who are heading to the temple. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes, and Ashira and Zell, if you are heading to Tanik, maybe you could ask about my brother for me. I know I did last time, but see if there's any more info. Here, look, and I'll pass you 5 gold. Hopefully that's enough.
I would do this. I would do the same for Lady Poravinia's son, like Eldrick Silverwind, the dark-haired elf. If you could,
Writing it down.
Perfect. Are you guys ready to go? Let's start off then with... Yep.
Sorry, quickly, was it Eldrick? I've got the note in pages back, but just, was it Eldrick
yeah,
or Eldrick?
Eldrick.
Eldrick.
Yeah, dark.
Yeah? Perfect. Let's start off then with, as he's the closest to it, let's start with Elirr. Elirr, you head into the local Gilded Quill that you know. And as you do so, you see before you is Theron Word Whisper. What do you do? Ah, Word Weaver, rather. Welcome back, Elirr.
Well, hello, I got back. I got some time to look at the books you gave me.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if you've ever been familiar with an old friend of Master Fibrak, Remus.
No, never seen a Remus before.
Well, he knew about Fibrak, and he also knew the book you gave me, the growling one.
Oh.
Do you know anything about living codexes, or do you have any information regarding them?
Living codices. I would, to be honest with you, Master Elirr, I would probably go to Silvarian at the library. He's more esteemed in this kind of knowledge. He's more creative when it comes to the artifacts and storage of heirlooms and relics. I'm much more scribe worthy. As you can see, I run a shop with some quills and books. But if you're done with your other books, do you want to return them? Would you like a new one? Or
I could. I'm done with the teacup paradox. I can give that back to
Oh,
you if you like.
yes, as he reaches forward and you hand over this small gnomish book, which is very thick but very small. Yes, well, perhaps I have something for you. And he reaches behind and pulls out a second book, and this book is called Beetles and Bubbles, and it's another gnomish book, and you're not sure entirely what it consists of. Perhaps this will do for you. I've been trying to read it myself, but the gnomish gets very complicated, and I'm still learning, so... Is there anything else,
Well, if
Celia?
you ever want to share notes after I'm done,
Oh,
very
yes, you'll
pleased
have to let me know what it
ever-
says, because I can't get past the title.
Yeah,
Is there anything
we'll do.
else I can do for you?
You don't happen to have scrolls of sending, do you?
Not on me, unfortunately. I just sold out this morning. Have to cast them
Alright.
every other day, you see, otherwise...
But yeah, other than that, I'm good. I just wanted to check in or let you know how we're progressing.
Yes, and
Um,
Maya, like your staff, it's looking different.
It kind of taps it on the floor and it kind of lights up a little bit more.
Ah, delightful. Well, if you don't
Oh.
mind, I was just about to have some food. But thank you
Yeah,
for stopping
don't
in,
let me
Elirr.
disturb you.
Take care and all the best. And
See you later.
yeah, as you step on out, you start making your way to the library with this new book, Beetles and Bubbles, written in Gnomish. And you're not entirely sure what it consists of, but I'm sure we'll come back to that later down the line. In the meantime, as you're doing this, on the other side of the city, we have, as I imagine, the next closest would probably be Mirabelle and... Oh, you know what? Sorry, Mirabelle, I'm going to do it again to you. It would actually be the Hearthrest Inn. The Hearthrest Inn is the closest on the way, as we have not everybody here. Hello, let's quickly just move you guys out of sight. Cool. Zell and Ashira. What do you do?
Sorry, I'm just trying to get the map to... Map is really lagging for me right now.
All good. Ashira.
How would they even leave the information, do you think? Because, like, who stops the tavern keep to look into it?
Maybe a threat, or just the knowledge that the Black Network is not someone to be messed with.
Okay, well, I have to go anyway, regardless of what info there is. I don't know if you have to still go.
We'll see what the information says, but I'll go with you regardless.
Okay, well, after you.
Okay. Open. That's a good start.
You can hear the sound of sort of pots and pans moving around, maybe the occasional conversation happening on the tables. As you see through the window, there's some dwarves sitting down at the tavern.
Can I be a pain and call a pause for 1 second?
Yeah, go for it. Let's go.
Yep.
And we're back. So, Zell and Ashira, you walk into the tavern. What do you do? Do you step in?
Yeah.
As you get to there, Zell, you hear, "Oh, welcome, Master Zell, Master Zell. Ashira, please, come over, come over. I have something to show you. Come in, as the jingle on the door rings as you step through. Ah, welcome. Hello. Well, first of all, I hope you're doing well. Captain Emberleaf mentioned that you're staying the night, so we have the room prepared for all of you. Will the others be joining?
Later on, everyone's currently running some errands since we've been out of the city for a week.
Not to worry. And is there anything I can get you? A drink, perhaps?
We're in a little bit of a rush ourselves. We'll definitely grab a drink later, but we're just checking to see if any letters or anything got...
Yes, I have here. Actually, this came for you, Master Zell, as he hands you a letter. Zell, as he hands you this letter, you notice immediately that on the outside is a familiar writing. It's a font you recognize. This is a letter from Rin. Oh, and there's also this box here. I'm not sure. It's slightly solid. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do with it, but here you go. Maybe don't put it on the counter, as he hands it over to you over the counter.
Okay.
As you would hear what sounds like a pair of boots in a box. You have just recovered the boots of the Misty Step, which is an item that Kalara picked up from the Necromancer in the Prelude. So yeah, you would have had these handed down over time. And in Rin's letter, as you open it, it says, written in a steady but careful hand, the ink faintly smudged as though it's travelled quite far. Zelentrus, word reach me that you yet live, and though the road to you is shrouded, The Black Network lent their hand in carrying this message across the cracks. It was no simple thing. Only these boots could be spared. The rest lies buried still in Stonehaven, watched far too closely for me to risk. Take them, and remember you are not forgotten. Every step you take in them, think of the creed we once walked together. I cannot come to you, nor should you seek me. Shadows stalk the path behind me, and it is safer that I remain hidden. But know that I'm glad, truly glad, that you made it safely through the fire that claimed so much. Forever your friend and servant, Rin.
I think Ashira will see like a tear kind of start going down Zel's face. He's alive. They found her.
Do you mean the woman you asked for last time?
Yeah, Rin. She's okay, but she's having to stay hidden. Something about shadows after her. I'll have to look into this further, but he also sent me one of my belongings. It's actually something from my ancestor, Kalara. Takes out the boots. I don't know if you're familiar with the spell Misty Step, but they're boots that kind of grant a similar ability.
Oh, well, Remus uses it a lot, but I personally wouldn't know how to even start with that. That's pretty cool. These boots look really old, Zel.
Yeah, they're a few hundred years old. But the magic hasn't worn off them, as far as I'm aware, unless they were even stronger back in her time. Anyway, I don't know. Wow.
Perhaps the
Okay.
distance becomes shorter and shorter over the decades, huh?
Maybe so. Hopefully, they still have the same oomph that they used to have. But wow. Okay. Apparently, the rest of my stuff is still buried in Stonehaven. It's under watch still. They must be afraid of something to do with the creed popping back up again. Okay. Well, if things ever take us to Stonehaven, I have something to go look for.
Well, I'm glad to hear that your friend is alive, at least. And, well, like you know, I have things to do in Stonehaven now too, so perhaps we can help each other out.
Sounds like a plan. Was anything else left for us? Either of us?
No, I'm sorry. Were you expecting anything else? I can keep it open for
No,
you, or if anything does come in, I'll let you know.
Yes, please do. But I think we can go to the source now and have a chat with them. I have some more information to get from them myself.
Right. No
Yeah.
worries.
We will see you later tonight, Flavian.
Yes, please do take care. Yes, all the best. As he goes back to polishing his glass and sort of waves you on. But yeah, as you two collect these items, meanwhile, on the other side of town, heading over to the Porvinia Estate, we have Sylas and Mirabelle. As I'm just looking for the map. Don't see it. It's fine. You know what? Let's do it. Theater of the mind. We don't need to go into the actual manor. Okay. As you two arrive at the manor, Mirabelle, you see before you is the same house. It's got that same illustrious look and feel to it. Outside, it looks like the garden's been freshly watered. Flowers are blooming. It looks very pristine. Do you walk up to the front door? What do you guys do?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah? As you...
Yeah, I follow Lan, or Mirabelle.
Perfect. As you two step along the cobbled sort of steps towards her front door, Before you even reach for the door, it opens, and she looks to you. Ah, Mirabelle. Sylas, welcome, please, come in. Would you like a cup of tea or anything? It's so good to see you. I was ever so worried after the Grove news and everything going on.
Yes, we were very worried too. That's why I wanted to visit. A cup of tea would be lovely, would it not be, Silas? I suppose you don't have anything else to do, no?
No, I did not the stuff that I did want to do, so I'm all over tea. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm still getting used to making it myself, but I'll be with you in just a moment. If you don't mind taking a seat in the other room, we're avoiding the front room, as I'm sure you can understand why.
Oui.
As she sort of opens the door and leads you in, and it's a sort of front room which has a chair or two now in it opposite each other, as well as a desk with another chair at it. And she sort of steps away for a few moments, comes back with a teapot and a couple of sort of cups and mugs, and she lays them down on the table. Oh, it is so nice to have you back home in my home. It is, of course, yours whenever you need it as well, Mirabelle. I hope you know.
Yes. Thank you for that. I might take you up on it, honestly.
So, tell me,
How are you?
I've been well, although I have heard a few disturbing things out of Stonehaven recently. But tell me, how are you? How has everyone been? Where are the others?
Probably running some errands, I guess.
Ah.
We traveled all over the continent, really. To be frank, I don't even know why. But yes, here we are again, back in Sylvantal.
Well,
Maybe I'll stick around for a bit longer. The king has asked for us, asked us to help us, but I'm not sure.
King Sylvanthal. He gets quite a bad rap amongst the nobles of this city, but he does mean well. If he's asking for your help, that must be quite serious.
Yes, it's about everything that happened. No, he basically wants us to risk our lives to catch the cultists, whatever. Do you know, fix all the Basically, he asks us to fix all the problems in the whole city. I don't know if I'm up for that task.
Well,
I don't know about you, Silas. I'm really sorry. I know it affects you. I know it affects you and your loved ones as well. But for me, it's kind of hard to find a reason to stay here.
Oh, but don't you worry about me? Like, I got confirmation that the groves are safe and my own circle is safe, so they can't find it anyway. So,
And are you sure it will stay that way?
only
I mean, I suppose they have what they want, no?
true, and now I think Lady Star even knows how to contact me anyway, so should be fine. But wait, you're not considering, are you?
What? Staying here? Of course I am. What do I have? What ties me to this quest? What ties me to the Red Cultist?
well,
Nothing, no?
perhaps you could help me with a task. If you were to stay, forgive me, Mirabelle. Old habits. Her eyes sort of soften as she takes your hand gently, and she looks to you. The city whispers louder since the groves burned. And when the ladies of love whisper, one tends to listen, you see. I have it on good authority that the Ladies of Love of Stonehaven, they intend another selection round at the Second Chance Orphanage.
Surely they would not. What did they learn from the first time?
Well, it appears that they're using, for lack of a better term, the children now for ties, whether it diplomatic or otherwise, between families. She leans in towards you and lowers her voice as she says to you, Mirabelle, though your name was not spoken, child, another's was. And this is where I feel fate may be unkind. I believe
What are you saying?
you were close to Winzira?
Oui, yes.
The girl,
She got married. She got married, didn't she? Did she not?
well,
Seventh son of a minor noble house or anything like that.
well, she was to be married. But now she's set to be married to another. Whether she's happy or not, that's another matter. Mirabelle, the ladies move pieces on a board as if you were all merely pawns. Some to find fortune, some are bound to find ruin. And yet I know you. You are no pawn. Mirabelle, perhaps if Winzira is to be bound to another's game, perhaps you should be the one to decide whether she plays at all. There's something about her, Ember. Della Rosa watches her far too closely, guards her too carefully. Something about her is more than she seems.
I knew her. I knew her no better. Followed me around in the streets. Just a meek elven girl, half elven, I believe. There was nothing so special. Yeah, well, she was my friend, but I don't want to sound rude or arrogant. Why would they? What would they want with her?
I don't know. There's something about a talon or a bird or something along those lines. It's very hard. I'm all the way over here, you see, so I don't get the ins and outs, but she's being protected or guarded from something or someone. Whatever holds her, whoever holds her. Mirabelle, as she holds your hands tightly, I would be careful if you do choose to seek her out. But I can't help but feel sorry for the other orphans. None of you
They're
deserve
going
this.
to do another. Not going to do another selection round. Nothing comes. All that comes from that is misery. Well, except for the lucky few. I always thought Widira was one of the lucky few. But anyways, and I look over at Sylas. The Ladies of Love are in the cahoots with the Red Cultists. Isn't that lovely?
Wait, can someone inform me about what a selection is?
Of course. I mean, seeing as you went through the trouble of coming with me. You know how I was adopted, no? How I was adopted from the Second Chance Orphanage?
Mention that, yes.
The Ladies of Love, they didn't just adopt anyone. Selection process. And, well, basically it was a bet. A bet between the Ladies of Love to see which of the ladies could produce the most refined lady in all of Verdantara. Naturally, only the prettiest, most talented, most exotic, most unusual people were chosen. And then, as soon as we came of age, all of us were discarded. Save the lucky few, I thought Winzira included, who actually managed to get a proper marriage for herself before she was cast out. It's how I ended up on the street, with nothing to my name except. They at least Lady Nanette went through the trouble of getting me a second-hand job at the ass end of Sylvanta. But yes, that is the selection.
And now also Talon is in cahoots with these.
If they are involved, it cannot be good.
But Mirabelle, that means we have to stop them. Like, can we stop them?
I mean, I suppose. I mean, let's be real. 20 or 30 odd poor orphans were basically, well, stolen from an orphanage. They got to lead a life of luxury and then be cast out again. If anything, it's not a very kind thing to do, no? We should protect them. But
We should, if we have the chance, we should help them. The right thing to do. You can end this, but only if you want this. But that's up to you.
suppose you're right. Suppose it does give me a reason. Plus, obviously, I still don't have another job or home or whatever. So,
Lady Paravinia sort of nods as you said, Sylas, it's the right thing to do. And she looks to you as you say this, Mirabelle, and says, "You always have a home here, Mirabelle. You're always welcome. It's far too big for me to live on my own. I will say,
go on.
this Red Hood cultist you talk of, I don't know how they are related to a Talon. But if it's the Ladies of Love, and if they have anything to offer, the Ladies of Love have dealings with power brokers, relics, nobility, and if this red cultist that you referred to has any of that, it could be that they are seeking that power. Maybe together they're more aligned than... Either way, it sounds like corruption throughout.
It is. I suppose the Ladies of Love will want the stones to just make their necklaces shine a little bright.
Well, Mirabelle, my concern is for the children. For
Naturally.
if this cultist you speak of worms their way into the halls of the Ladies of Love, every orphan just becomes a coin at their table. Nobody deserves that fate.
Not to mention potential spies. And up until recently, I would do anything for Lady Nanette. I would be... If people like her are swayed by the red cultists, they would have a network of well-connected spies with all either exceptional beauty, talent. It would be dangerous. Naturally, they're still children now, so we need to stop this. You're right.
And Mirabelle, Winzira, something about her. She seems important. She needs help. I can't get to her. I can't speak to her. Whether she's merely ignoring my messages because she doesn't know me like you didn't know me, or if there's something more to it, I can't tell. But I know she's guarded, watched carefully. Please, if you do try to contact her, be careful. As she squeezes just your hand sort of tightly, in an almost caring way, and then sits
Would
back.
the paper birds that you sent me help? Perhaps if it came from me, then get another message. Because she does know me. I mean, it would obviously be very strange if I were to try to contact her after 2 years of not speaking.
Only you can decide. You're
Very
welcome
well.
to stay here the night if you choose, or as long as you like. I don't know what your plans are, but there's always a bed here for you should you want it. That extends to all of you. Sylas, you as well, of course.
I will come back. I think I will come back later. I mean, it's good to, have a home again, even for when all of this is over. And I do have plans tonight, but, well, we need to go to the Hearthrest Inn tonight. But other than that,
Well,
maybe
Mirabelle,
I'll see you before we leave.
take this with you as she hands you a key to her estate. There's only the two, so please don't lose it. But at least now you can really feel part of the house.
And I just look at it for a little while and be like, almost like tears welling up in my eyes, like, merci. It's good to have a home again.
I'll
And
hand her a napkin.
I hug her.
Nice, yeah. She'll obviously embrace you and hold you. And I imagine she just holds you and holds you until you let go. And then finally, yeah, Silas is there just sipping his
With his
tea.
cup of tea.
Yeah,
With my cup of tea, with my napkin, like, sure.
yeah, perfect. And yeah, she sort of lets you go after you let go. And I imagine you spend some time. Is there anything else you'd like to ask at this moment, or do you spend some time having that tea before leaving?
I have one more question. Lady, you mentioned De La Rosa? Is that the one who has her captured?
Well,
Like-
I'm sure Mirabelle knows almost better than me, but Lady De La Rosa was the adopted mother of Winzira.
How Lady Moreau was mine.
Okay. Yeah, well,
Winzira de la Rosa. Said to be married, but apparently not anymore.
Well, there is a new suitor, or so they say, as she lifts up her mug with her pinky up and just has like a cup of tea, sip.
Spill the tea! Do not know it is?
I can't,
Or any family? No.
I don't know
connected
anything of
family.
it, unfortunately. And the secrets are they're held very close to their chest. It's unlike the ladies of love to keep secrets from one another like this.
Do you have a meeting? Or, I mean, are you still even part of the Ladies of Love? Do you attend their tea parties and
Well,
I mean, it's obviously difficult now that you're in Sylvantel, but
I act as a member of the Ladies of Love, but I'm on a bit of a sabbatical, with no intention to return. After my
Does they know if-
husband passed
do
away.
they know of your opinion?
Pardon?
Do they know of your opinion about the selection?
I think they always knew. After my husband passed away, a lot of his connections within the inner city's factions no longer seemed to add much to their collection. You see, I'm merely a lady of love. In the circles now, I don't actually bring much to the table, the way he once did. I do miss him. If you see Elric, you will let me know.
I've actually asked a question. There, two of our party members are actually going to the black market. I've asked them to ask for him on your behalf or on my behalf.
Thank you, Mirabelle. Hopefully he's okay.
Yes, I figured seeing you was And I'm kind of like embarrassed.
Mhm.
Seeing you was more important. I mean, we only have little time in the city anyway.
Oh, no problem. Well, my door is always open, so best of luck to you. And please, let's finish our tea. And actually, I might have some crumpets as well as she gets up to go get it. And I'll say that whilst you guys have this sort of cup of tea and some crumpets with Lady Porvinia this evening, before you leave, on the other side of the city, we have heading up to the Cathedral of Light, Judge and Diego. As this time I do have a map ready, because I don't know what happened to the Lady Porvinia one. Sorry, but it does exist. I just don't know where it's gone. Anyways, with Diego and Judge, the two of you step into the cathedral. Diego, this thing is grand. This thing is massive. There's light where, in parts of this room where you're questioning how it even got there. Its marble floors stretch along a hallway that leads up to almost a golden statue of what appears to be... Actually, can I have a history check from you, please? As you enter.
Sure, as I enter, I'm like, oh my, Judge, this is one impressive library. As I like walk into the temple.
No, we're meeting with Elirr after the cathedral at the library. That was the plan.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought we were all gonna go to the library first, but then Elirr kind of went to the to the other shop. So then I just took it here, and then we'll meet them there.
that is also fine. I've never been here,
Yeah.
so let's check it out.
Diego, with
4.
with a 4, you have no idea who this person is or what he's meant to be, but they obviously pray to this statue. Judge,
Do I
would
see any books in here?
There's a couple books up on the sort of pedestal near where the statue is. There's sort of books on either side underneath the smaller statues.
I think with a 4,
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced this isn't the library.
Okay. Perfect. Judge, you would know that the statue standing
Yeah.
at the top of the hill opposite you is that of Solarius, the prime god.
Yeah. Do I see Agathon anywhere in this main room, or I would know
Agathon-
where he is.
Yes, so as you enter, the two of you would see that the white spires of the Cathedral Light sort of gleam against the midday sun, and though its bells toll ever so slightly above you with a somber weight to it, inside incense burns around you, and the faithful few are kneeling in a hushed prayer. At the altar at the top of the hall, you see stands High Priest Agathon with his robes trailing behind him almost like spilled sunlight. And he turns as the two of you approach, his eyes soft for the first time with something you never thought you'd see in him, Judge. Can I have a perception check from you, please? Actually, let's have it from Diego as well.
Sure.
As this is happening as well, I pat Judge on the back and I go, buddy, this one is all yours. And I'll give you a bardic inspiration as I'm
Thank you.
rolling this perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Also have your free reroll, don't I? From
You do.
yeah, okay.
You do still have the inspiration. So Diego, you have no idea how to read this guy. You've never really seen him before with an 8. He looks a little bit somber. Judge, with a 14, you recognize that this emotion he seems to have on his face is something you thought you'd never see. Agathon looks to you with a face of regret. What do you do?
I would just walk to like right up to the edge where the stairs start.
Mhm.
And I'll just kind of look at him and I know you said you didn't really want to see me around here, but I thought it would be important to share some information with you at the very least. I'm not sure how much longer. I don't think we'll be back to the city for a while. And
Welcome back, Warforged. I admit I was hopeful I would see you again.
right. And I'll just kind of go through a brief of what's happened from like the grove and the revive stuff not working, and you know what the stuff he's had to fight, like Talon and stuff, and I guess he'll also even explain the gods that's been speaking to him, the 3 different ones that he's experienced
Mhm.
at this point, and he'll just share that.
Wow, you've been through quite some travel. Warforged, you...
The name's Judge. The name's Judge.
Judge? Well, that seems fitting, considering that Kareth is speaking to you, the god of retribution. You mentioned Thistledown, and Hildegard, and Kareth. To have all 3 speaking to you in such a manner is fascinating. You must be a chosen soul. I know not their purpose, but Warforged, Judge, I must say, I was wrong to cast you out. I apologize for how I treated you in my upset at what happened to Lady Evangeline. I trust that you mean well and that you will make the right decisions when it comes to your future. The gods clearly watch you. They clearly choose to follow you. Which you choose to follow is your own choice. May I ask, you mentioned the groves, you mentioned this ritual rite of holy retribution and resurrection not working even for the druids. We are aware of the death curse. It's something which I've unfortunately had to tell the others. Many of our believers have lost faith, it seems. As he gestures to the halls behind you, and you see that it's a Drakkar Day, which is like a Saturday, basically. People have time off, and yet in the cathedral, there's only 2 other people here. You would know from your time being here, Judge, this is usually a very busy period. This is eerily quiet. I do hope that their light shines upon us once again. But until that day, all we can do is trust that this is in their design.
That this, whatever's happening, is in their design.
The Prime Gods, Thistledown. Whatever is happening now, surely they would not be so blind to this.
Oh, they're not blind to anything that's going on. They know very well what's going on.
What I mean, Judge, is surely if they'd wanted to keep this from happening, they would have done. The only thing I can think of, the only thing which could rival this is that of the dark gods we dare not speak of, or potentially even the Titans who are causing such issues with this death curse. No mere lich could tear such with the weave.
Speak a lot about outside forces causing issues, but have you thought about maybe you guys are part of the problem too? I mean, you casted me out without even a second to think about it, really. You're part of the reason I'm thankful you did. I met a really lovely group of people. But I mean, you casted me out. You told me that I shouldn't show up around here. And then for years on end, I served this temple with my life. And you treated me like absolute garbage the whole time. Do you not think maybe this is just a little bit of your own medicine being dealt back to you?
You may be
That
right.
maybe you
Perhaps my sins have not been forgiven. I am sorry, Judge, for the way that you were treated. In our time of need, I saw no reason not to do so, but I treated you unfairly, poorly. I was hurt. One of our own, under our watch. Lady Evangeline, her breath still lingers, her body endures, but her soul wanders, far, far from us. She has not stirred since that night. He places his hand towards you, Judge. Whether the gods, the all-knowing, the prime, and the others around them know what is for us or not is beyond my understanding. All I do, all I can encourage you to do, Judge, is remain with the faith, stay the course of faith in the prime.
Well, after today, you won't have to worry about me.
I understand.
This is no longer my home. What I do after this is for the people, not for you, not for on behalf of the cathedral. What I do now is for this group I've come to belong to in my own path, which something I never thought I'd say before, but even after all this is over, I'm not working here. I'm not going to be a part of this.
Nor should
Your
you.
temple.
You are chosen. Clearly, now you have a name. You are a fascinating soul, and all souls deserve to make their own decisions, their own choices. Whether you choose to stay with the cathedral or not is your own choice. You are never here against your will. Your will is your own. Hopefully the light finds its way into your heart as he looks you up and down again. But
Let me see
know
her.
that you're always welcome here.
Right. I would just like to see her one last time.
By all
Say my
means,
goodbyes.
you know where she is, and he gestures to the left, where sort of the stairwell over here. You would know from the last time when you came to visit, she's basically laid out on a stone sort of platform with candles and incenses around her, comatose with like a head pillow behind her head, on sort of a stone altar. But yeah,
I'll just look at Diego. You can come if you want, or you can. I know you might have some questions. Agathon here knows a lot about the gods. He could maybe give you some answers if you have any.
From this jug? No, I'm good, thank you. And I can stand there with my arms folded.
Very well. Well, I'm gonna step in that room. If you want to come with, you can. I mean, it's up to you.
No, it's okay. I might give him a word of advice for, properly displaying the books around here. Can't mind anything.
Right. I'll be back out in just a moment, and I'll just step into the room.
Mr. Agathon, as I go to start complaining about the book sorting.
my, your chest,
Oh, not you as well.
it's glowing.
I have that effect. You're a bit old for me.
You are blessed of Luna.
Oh, that! Oh, yes. Yeah, the light of Luna, eh?
The light of Luna. It
Out of me,
graces you.
Fortune's favorite?
No, though You are touched by Luna, a prime god. Very few
Touched
share
by
that
many.
honor. Well, I'm sure that must be the case. If you don't mind, would you care to join me for a quick prayer? It's short, and I think it could be in your best interest. This is, after all, the altar of the gods, as he points behind. And you would see at the base of this statue are multiple different sigils and symbols, one of which looks eerily similar to that mark on your chest. And what you notice is it has the same glow.
Just to make 100% clear, you're not about to take me into some fancy room out back. We're doing it here, yes?
Just here.
That is fine then. I know who you can trust these days.
As he sort of helps you to find your sort of knees, there's like a little bar, and he shows you how to do it. Where you get down on sort of the pews at the top of the church here. There's one just below the statue, and you sort of, do you mimic him? As he sort of clasps his hands together and looks to you.
I wouldn't clasp my hands together, but I go onto my knees the same as he does, and I kind of just very awkwardly look towards the sigils in front of me.
The best way for you to speak with her, should you have any questions, is to close your eyes and speak her name.
I'm not too sure I want to follow your advice.
If you like,
and
I
I
can
reach into
leave
my
you to
bag.
it.
I reach into my bag and I pull out the moonlit lake water.
It's glowing.
And I'll clutch onto that and just look at that. I'll just stare at that.
Do you say anything as he's there muttering something of
In
his
my
own?
head. Yeah, I don't say anything out loud, but I think I just say in my head. So, is this meant to work now, Luna? Hello?
You feel a warmth radiate through you. It's otherworldly in the sense that you can't detect where it comes from, and it's clearly shooting from your chest throughout your body. It's a warmth. It radiates through you.
Was that a hello back? I have lots of questions if you have answers. First of all, who's the goddess of dreams, you know? Hello?
You hear nothing.
Luna... L'Oreal? L'Oreal? Who else is... Okay. I close my eyes.
You close your eyes, and as you do so, you hear, in your head, you just hear the word, or name, Callista is the goddess of dreams. Diego, thank you for speaking with me and for your help at the Grove. It is due to you and your friends that the Grove of Luna is able to bask in my light. You will face trials and tribulations, but know that my blessing shall shine upon you in the next full moon.
Sylas is not going to like this.
And then you hear nothing. And that warmth that radiated through you sort of retracts back to your chest, and it glows very, very brightly. And around you, as you open your eyes, or as I guess your eyes were open for most of it, but as you then open your eyes, you see a faint sparkle, almost like the moonlight catching dust particles in the air. As it's sort of a sparkle before you that slowly fades. And you notice that Agathon sort of opens his eyes and looks to you. Did you manage to speak with her?
Couldn't get a signal. It's been great, so see you later, friend. Thank you.
I see. As he steps back. Judge, while this is all happening, you step
Yeah.
into the room. On the altar next to you is the lifeless body of Evangeline. Her breath is still there. It lingers ever so faintly. And as you step in the room, you notice that there appears to be a teardrop on her eye, like on the edge of her eye.
I think Judge would, because he has one of these, he'll pull out like a cloth, and he'll just very gently whisk the tear away. And I think just seeing her in that position, or just in that moment, I think brings back a lot of good memories. I mean, she practically raised him for all he can remember. I'm gonna get you out of this. I don't know how yet. I haven't figured it out, but you're gonna wake up. I know it. Wish you were around. I mean, I could use a lot of advice right now. A lot of things are happening. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what direction things are gonna take. I just hope at the end of it, you'd at least be proud. I'm trying my best. And I'm sorry I wasn't there to protect you.
She lies there, peaceful, that tear now wiped away from her eye. And as you're sitting there, you notice that there's a candle that's not lit just in front, and there appears to be like some sticks to light there, but it's more like a vigil for her.
Yeah, I'll just, if there's something that needs to be tidied up, like a candle to be lit, Judge would more than happy do that.
Yeah. Do you light the candle?
Yeah, he lights the candle.
Cool. As you light the candle, Judge,
Yeah.
as the candlelight sort of flickers across the cathedral chamber, you see that on the walls, the shadows seem to stretch unnaturally long. And though Lady Evangeline lays unmoving, it's almost like you can see her chest rising and falling, like the faintest ripple on still water. Like it's very faint. Your prayer to her, your words to her, hang unanswered in the air. And then you hear it. Another voice that cuts through. It's deeper than the silence you're in, and heavy as the stone she lays on. Look at her, Judge. Forsaken by the very gods she served, they let her bleed, and left you to cradle the pieces. You know, this is Karath's voice. There's a pause, and you hear what sounds like steel being pulled along stone. They speak of mercy. I speak of truth. Truth that cultists thrive. Truth that your hammer falters. Truth that her light dims as they watch. The shadows in the room shift, forming the faint impression of what looks like hands breaking free from manacles. You pray to those who would not answer. But I would have given you fire enough to burn them all. Her suffering is your proof, their silence your answer. I offer you my strength Take it, and vengeance shall be yours. Not penance, not silence. Justice. And then the shadows fade back to normal. And as you look around, all of this, Judge, actually happens in this room. What do you do?
Find it funny how you speak of watching in silence, yet you've all done the same thing. Seems like I'm the only one taking action around here. Maybe all of you are the same after all. Maybe Zell was right, and I walk out.
Okay, cool.
Walk out of the room.
You walk out, you see Diego with a bit of a glow on his chest. Agathon sort of looking at him with a slight smile across his face. As he sees you, his eyes look a bit more sorrowful and he sort of nods to you. Will that be all, Judge?
That is it.
May the light and may the gods protect you all. Until you find your place.
I like to think as soon as he says, may the gods guide you, Judge just turns around and starts walking out.
Okay.
Like he doesn't listen to the rest of it.
Dang, okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, Diego, you catch the rest of it as Judge walks past you out towards the door. I imagine you follow him.
I just point at Agathon and go, thank you for whatever that was, but I agree with Judge, you know, be nicer. You're not a very good person. And then I walk out.
Yeah, as the two of you step out. And we come then back to... we'll come back to the two people heading to the black market. Ashira and Zell. The two of you left the Hearthrest Inn in the Heartwood district over here. This one. And headed towards the Harbor district. Some time passed. I'd say this is probably, you're getting on in the afternoon. And as you guys arrive at where you know the black market lies, you find it hidden beneath the Harbor district. A knot once again of those winding tunnels lit by guttering lanterns and a faint glow of enchanted glyphs now across the walls scrawled on stone. The air is thick with smoke, sweat, and salt of the ocean. The smell of fish behind you. The mingling of this scent of secrets leads you into where the merchants whisper from behind the curtain stalls. Their faces half hidden in shadow, their wares displayed on velvet cloths and iron hooks. Their blades still almost look as though they're slick with blood. Scrolls that hum with stolen magic and trinkets pilfered from noble coffers. As you walk through that doorway with that hand clutching around the coin, past the curtain, that silk purple curtain, you hear from the corner a voice that cuts through the murmur of the area around you. Ah, it's you. As you see, leaning back in his chair, one boot resting on a crate, his lips curling into that half smirk you've seen before, Tarnik. Back to spend another fine penny, are we? Complaints are unwelcome. Gold, however, is not.
Ashira struts it. Oh. Do you want to go first?
No. Ashira wants to take the lead. Ashira can go.
Ashira struts in. Oh, is it as if it isn't my favorite Tarnik of all of Sylvantal? You know, every time I come in here, it's a little bit hotter. Or it could be your smell, I'm not sure. As she sort of sits her one ass cheek onto his desk.
What is it I can do for you?
Well, what can't you do for us? Where to start? As she takes out 5 gold.
Yes, that would be fitting.
And lays it out. Well, last time we were here, I inquired about a white-haired half-elven man by the name of Errands.
Ah, yes.
You told me he was last seen with the Red Hood cultists, but that leader's old. I was wondering if you had any more info.
Have you not heard? It seems a lot of people are interested in this Errands. Perhaps my new lead would cost a little bit extra. Gold first, questions later. You know the drill.
What is the price?
No. What's it worth to you?
You and I don't need to play this game. You know that there's a price tag on it, and I know this too. So cut the bullshit and tell me how much money you want.
For information, merely. A 10 gold piece should do. You've already put 5 down. What's another?
Well, here's the deal. I'm looking for more than information. I might even want to buy something from you today. A little trinket. So perhaps we can cut a deal, huh?
What is it you're after?
You know those forgeries that you have of the
See
amulet,
his
the
lip
fakes?
curl. Yes, I know the ones for which you speak.
I do not seek one that is pretty or accurate, just good enough to the untrained eye, yeah? So, one of those in the information you have on Errands.
We should have something. As you see, he flicks his hand, and through the curtain comes a wooden box. Up until this point, it's looked like a wall with a curtain across it. But suddenly, through this curtain comes this wooden box. And he sort of takes it and puts it on the table. And he produces this small dark wood case and sort of clicks it open. And nestled inside is a silver chain strung with a blue gemmed pendant. The cut is rougher than a noble's jeweler would ever dare to do, but the gleam of the gem itself catches the lamplight around you in a way that makes your chest ache with a sense of familiarity. This looks somewhat similar to what was taken from you. Well, pick this up for 35, but not quite what you wore before, but not quite a mile off, is it? It's yours for 200.
Surely, with this quality, half the shine, half the price.
Talon paid 3 times that for the real thing, but lucky you, I like repeat customers. Can I have a persuasion check from you, please?
Yes. I have a heroic dice from Diego.
You do have a heroic inspiration, yeah, as you rolled a 14.
That's a 20.
Okay, yeah, you rolled a 20. All right. The DC was 15, so fair. Yeah. Perhaps provided look, I like doing business with you. I do. I suppose make it 100 for the amulet and an extra 10 for the information, and we have a deal. That's the lowest I'll do. Take it or leave it.
I'll hear the information first before I decide. And she'll put the other 5 gold towards that. So that makes it 10.
Okay. Well, this Errandor fellow, he runs with the Red Hoods, as you know. I know he heads to Forgeheart Citadel, along with an amulet. It's good that you know the name of the fellow you're after. If others came asking, they would, well, as I said, I like you. What
That's
else? That's what we have.
That's
Is
all you
that
know?
not what you know?
Insight check.
Yeah, you can do an insight check.
15.
He knows more that he's not letting on. You can see it from his face.
You like me as a customer, and I will tell you now, if you are withholding information that I'm paying for, I will not be coming back. That's bad business.
The smirk sort of drops slightly. Errandor was one of our major customers. That's how we knew of him and his situation. The Bard hails from Stonehaven, but I'm sure you knew that already. We have reason to believe he's headed into Ignicia itself. You know that volcanic area down south of here? Forgeheart Citadel leads straight there. The only way to get there from here is through there. How they acquired such an entrance, such a passage, I would say is beyond me if he hadn't paid us for it. Not
He
me.
looks over to Zell with like,
Never me. Tarnik would never do such a thing.
that's rubbing her temples.
Mind you, I do go by Dane sometimes, so... And you, sir, is there anything I can do for you?
Are you done, Ashira?
Well, let me think on the amulet part, but yeah, I don't know if you want to speak to Tarnik or Dane, depending on your business.
I've got a few things. First of all, there's something that I paid for last time that hasn't quite made its way to me yet. So I imagine that it's in the.
I need coin first, questions later.
Oh, I know you do. I've already paid you the coin for this.
Well, I
It
don't
just seems
seem
there's
to
a bit
have
of a delay
it
on
here.
your side.
Interesting.
Oh, it would truly be
Where
horrible
has
if it got
gone?
out that the Black Network weren't actually keeping up their end of bargains. It would be awful if that were to get out from someone who speaks quite regularly to citizens across the land. Maybe you should hear me out first before that's said.
Can I have either a persuasion or intimidation check, depending on how you want to put this across?
Intimidation. Let's go for that.
Cool. Yeah,
That's a 23.
23. Okay. I hear you. What is it you were most curious about? We did deliver that letter, did we not?
Yes, and I also paid last time for information on any whispers of Travian Drakian and the Fellowship of Ruins involvement with the Red Hoods. However, that information did not make its way to me yet.
I did state, did I not, that the information we would receive would reach you should we receive it back. What I can tell you is that our spies, our contacts, need to be replaced. In Umbrasia, it's apparent that they don't wish to be found, or so it seems. I can tell you that they like slaughtering people. Is that news to you? Would have been nice to know before I'd sent my men.
I can give you the location.
You can give us their location.
Yes.
Interesting.
What's it worth to you?
Well, this Travian you speak of, which faction is he a part of?
The Fellowship of Ruin.
Just double checking that name. Well, let me think on it. People have been trying to track that for years. I would imagine I could probably share that information. I'll give you 200 gold pieces for it.
100 gold pieces for years of information. You know what? I'll hold on for it for now. Maybe you can come back with a better offer later.
Right.
Okay. Zell puts down 10 gold pieces on the table.
Ah. What else can I
My
do?
first question that's new today.
Hmm.
You were able to find Rin. She doesn't want to be found right now, but I want to know where her location is so I can find her when the time is right, even if it's just a rough idea.
That seems fair. We found her in Stonehaven, on the outskirts. The cliff edge in some tavern. She's working as a waitress there at the moment.
Sorry, 1 second, just noting that down. Grand. Thank you. Puts another 10 gold pieces down.
Yes.
Do you have any knowledge of the whereabouts of a Javier Costello?
Javier Costello. I'm familiar with the name personally. Well, Costello. How I love doing business with such men. They were last seen headed leading an army of coalition members to the Grove of Solara. Where they are now, I don't know. They passed through the city only a few days ago, was it, Clyde? Yes. A couple of days ago. They stopped at the Coalition Guild Hall looking for something or someone. That was just before the Grove of Solara was attacked. I believe they should be arriving back any moment. Those who survive, of course. Anything else I can do for either of you, or?
My last question depends on whether you can do this for us or not, whether it goes against any code that you have.
Well, it would be coin first
We're
either way.
Zell puts down 5 gold pieces at first. Once you answer my question, I can put down the rest. We're looking for a member or a former member of the Black Network. Is that something within your remit to give us information on?
It depends on the name. As for the first time, you can see he's not sure whether he can let this go. If it was a former member, I can tell you what or who did something to them. As for a current member, I cannot speak. Those are the rules of our network.
Look over at Ashira. Kind of with a look of...
I don't think it's surprising people would be looking for him.
Zell nods, puts down another 5 gold pieces. The Silverwind son.
Do they have a name?
Eldrick.
Eldrick. I can have my people look into it. You may hear back from us, you may not, as he pushes the money back to you. If we have any information, if we speak again, I shall offer you that for the exchange of the coin.
Zell only takes 5 of the gold pieces back and says, "You answered the first part of the question. We know what you can and can't talk about now."
As he puts his hand over the other 5. Pleasure doing business with you. So, Mrs. Would you like to purchase the necklace?
Rennick, darling, listen. For 100 gold pieces, I would be expecting a foot massage and for you to sing me to sleep for the next 7 days. It's not gonna happen. It is a fake, and that is why I am buying it. It doesn't have to look pretty. And if I had 100 gold to spend on a fake necklace, I wouldn't be sulking in your basement, but I would be out having a dinner with the high society. So, I can either give you 25 gold now, walk out of here and sing your praises, and come back a happy customer once more, or we'll call it here.
I could not part with this for less than 100. That's already a very good deal. We fetched 200 gold pieces on the market itself. Only for them
Sure,
to wind up back at us for an extra 35. So,
Actually,
I can
Ashira,
borrow it.
I know of someone who could do us a better deal.
Well then, let's stop wasting our time here and go to your lead.
by all means, as he clicks the box down and sort of pulls it to his side of the table, hands it back to the curtain where a hand just reaches through and grabs it, and you notice that this is a mage hand. Anything else I can do for either of you?
Not me, not today.
Nope, that'll be all.
Very well. I will see my next customer now, as he looks past you both, and you would see that there's a couple people standing shadows in the hall, down sort of the hallway, as the door opens up with the claw, that sort of hand mark around the coin. But yeah, as you guys successfully get most of what you were after from the Black Network, I think there is a perfect place for us to take a quick 5-minute break. So why don't we take 5 minutes, come back, and then see what happens next. Until then, we'll be right back. And we're back. Cool. So we've just had the black market visit once again. We've been through the blacksmith, the alchemist. You guys have been to the cathedral. You've spoken to Lady Porvinia. Now, Elirr, Judge, and Diego, the three of you arrive first to the library, the Moonspire Archives. Is anybody else heading there? Just so I'm aware. Nope. You sure, Mirabelle? You don't want to go?
Only the nerds are gonna go there.
Cool.
I don't want to see my ex-boss ever again.
In that case, the three of you walk in. As the two of you see Elirr by the front door, who's just heading in, who's just come from Market Row after speaking to Theron Wordweaver at the Gilded Quill. Look at that, I'm remembering all my names. Yes, as the three of you, step into the library. The library is quiet. The air is thick with dust and candle wax. As inside, you'd know that on each of the tables, there's candles lit up to sort of help with the reading aspect. Tomes of history, scrolls of divine lore, and relics of ages past lie in the shelves in front of you. At a long desk, quill in hand, you see a tall elf with a sort of white hair and black robes with a golden trim to them. And as you step in, Silvarian, the elf, looks up at all of you. and the sound of your approach, his gaze appears to linger on your warhammer, Judge, as you enter, and his brow furrows in thought as he steps towards you. Hello, welcome to the Moonspire Archives. That hammer you have there, would you mind showing it to me?
I guess. Sure.
And you,
Pull it out, and I'll just hold it out.
yeah, as you sort of hold it out in front of him, and imagine it's sort of over the desk at this stage. He sort of goes,
Yeah.
he looks to you all. This is no mere hammer. I recognize it from a tome of Titan lore. If you don't mind, allow me to fetch it. As he sort of steps away for a moment to sort of this bookshelf here and pulls out a very ragged old looking book and steps back to you. He flips open the pages and you see he's folding through pages and pages of stuff. Before they all seem to have illustrations drawn into them of weapons that have obviously been forged by the hands of mortals using maybe an element of the Titans? You're not sure. And he eventually finds a page and he sort of flattens the book, and you see on the page is this warhammer of yours. It bears the mark of the Iron-Sworn Dwarves. The mark of Lava Crest. This says it was struck from the very lightning of Fulgurus, the Stormbringer himself. Tell me, do you feel it? The storm in your veins, or cogs?
Do I feel something? Do I feel any?
As a Warforged, you do not feel anything.
Ah, okay. No, I don't feel anything.
But it crackles with... This is fascinating. If you'll allow me, I'd love to inspect it. If you have any business in the Moonspire Archives, you're more than welcome to peruse the books and...
Well, it's lovely that you're mentioning about my hammer. I was actually looking for information about Titans and then some on Shroudhaven as well.
Shroudhaven? That's interesting.
Yeah.
There's a book just over... There should be in the Isle of Umbrasia, just back to my left here, as he points to one of the bookshelves behind him, this one over here.
I'll make you a deal. If you grab that book and bring it over here, I'll let you inspect the hammer all you want.
But by all means, as he steps away, he rushes away quite eagerly. You can see there's bewilderment on his face. He's a little bit flushed at seeing this hammer, and he pulls out a book with sort of a black tome on it, and he brings it forward to you and hands over this book of Shroudhaven's history, which is titled Shroudhaven's Shrouded History. And I will show that to you in a handout, so you can have a read of that.
As he runs off, I just look at Diego and I go, see that? I don't have to do none of the work. He went and got it for me.
Judge, I'm so confused. Why is a blacksmith working in the library?
I don't know, but it's getting me all the information I need, so I'm kind of okay with it, really.
This city is so backward. First we head to a library and it's a temple, and now we're in a library and it's a blacksmith.
Right.
It's called research. Diego? They have all kinds. Anything.
As you would receive this book from him, I've just handed you the handout there. I'll let you read through it a bit. Do you hand over your hammer to him to study, or place it on the table in front of you, maybe, rather than handing it over?
Yeah. I'll let him look at the.
He's basically comparing it and flicking through pages as he looks at it. Please, make yourselves at home. Sorry, could I help either of you?
Elirr, you go first.
Excuse me, you are the most esteemed Sir Severian?
Esteemed is awfully kind, as he looks quite proud of this. My name is Archivist Silverian. I am Silverian Drakewood of the Moonspire Archives. My family have served for generations here. Some refer to me as a lore keeper. You quite well studied yourself. Can I help you with anything, Master Adakofra?
Well, Serene Water River, he pointed me your way.
Ah,
And I was looking for information on a couple things, but first of all, then, have you heard of Living Codex? This
living codexes. Yes, many. What? Anything in particular, or?
well, and he kind of pulls out his book, pulls up the book pouch that currently holds
Oh,
the
my.
rather. It's quite feisty about information. It doesn't like spells, and he whispers that to him.
Thalassor, as the book sort of rumbles slightly. Right. Well, living codexes or codices, as we call them, are rare artifacts bound normally to souls. Perhaps this one, though. It may be something. There's something special about this one. Though I can't tell from looking at it, the fact it growls is interesting. Not the first I've seen, but that purple gemstone in its center.
Well, it doesn't only growl, but besides the point, I like you say, I'm a bit of a study myself. I don't know if you know of Master Fibrak. I studied under him.
Master Fribrak Jinglethorn?
Yes.
Oh, blimey! You studied at the Ethereal Spire!
Yes,
As did I! Oh! Come umbra! No? Well, it's been a few years since I was there. Perhaps they've changed the motto. Fribrak Jinglethorn
just
is...
stuttered. I didn't expect it.
Welcome. Is there anything I can get you? Tea or a drink, perhaps? Sorry, would you like to see any
Well,
books?
There's a couple books. You know the. Do you know anything of Islands of Elements?
The Islands of Elements. There's Elementis, the home and origination island of the Genasi. I could... I might have something as he goes to reach for it. Is there any other books you'd like whilst I'm grabbing this?
Well, there's a couple. Alistar Arshant.
The Keeper of Balance?
The
Okay.
Keepers of Balance in general. It's rather, touchy information.
Anything else?
Um,
As he's sort of writing down a list.
Do you know anything of lost Aracrocras?
Well, I don't know if you mean lost the way I'm interpreting it, but there is a story of the vanished, the flight of the vanished. I can pull that out for you. Anything else that you're after? Anything in particular?
Do you know anything about Azulara?
Azulara, the goddess of misfortune. Yes, of course I do. There's a list of all the gods down this aisle here, as he points to the aisle closest to you. It's very well read. People are very keen to know about those powers above us.
And lastly, like I mentioned, Thalassor and maybe any... Jinglethorn, he dabbles in the more secretive magics. Such things that are not necessarily openly played.
Yes, I I'm not sure we have anything in particular. Most of his magics are kept quite close to his office. Perhaps next time you're back there, you could have a look. If you're studying directly under him, then surely you must have access, no?
Well, he is, let's say, he gets lost.
That he does.
I guess that's maybe how he found me. I was kind of lost myself. But yeah, that's mostly it.
Okay, perfect. And you, sir, is there anything in particular? As I've got a list here already.
Well, now that you mention it, yes, and I flash the royal seal
Oh!
immediately as I walk in.
Oh my.
You know, just here on official business for the king. I'm sure you won't mind helping us out there, friend.
By all means, yes.
Good. Firstly, I'm also here to collect Mirabelle Monroe's severance pay that you owe her for dispatching her recently. Now that she works for the king, she's expected to receive that. Secondly, I would like the full, I haven't finished, the full list of books that were written by the author of The Forerunner of Brown Eyes. You know that one? I'd like the full series. And then lastly, I would like a book on Callista, is it? The goddess of dreams, maybe?
Callista. Yes. Yes, the goddess of dreams. Yes, we do have that. Okay, I have that noted. Severance pay, you said?
Time is pressing, you see.
Right. Let me...
As you can imagine, orders of the king and all.
Yes, of course, of course. Let me get that. And you would notice that he seems to be focused primarily on yours rather than Elirr's at this moment, but he does bring all of that to you. And what I'll do is I will give you guys... First of all, let me share the handouts to you, as you have a couple of handouts to read through, and then I'll give you a brief synopsis of what each one is to, for the sake of brevity, give you guys an idea of the types of things that you're learning from this library visit, as you gained a whole bunch of information. First of all, as he comes back to Elirr. Elirr, the information you first asked for, he says to you, as he provides you this, first of all, you get given a book which is basically titled Thalasor, God of Storms. And it basically has an entry describing him as the god of storms, that his voice was carried by thunder, and shrines lost in the world atop cliffs throughout the world. There are cliffs and altars, altars and temples atop many cliffs spread across the world because it's closer to the heavens and the storms itself. He's also said to be very present within the lands of Ignicia and also Tempestria on the opposite side of the country, or the world rather, of Celestria. Then you'd have your second book, which is about the Aarakocra who go missing, called The Flight of the Vanished, which is tied heavily to the land of Elementis. Rumors say that Aarakocra once lived there and were said to have vanished into storms, some of which never returned to the island. In addition, you then were given a book called and titled The House of Solvanco and the Seat of Elementis. And this is essentially some information about the Genasi, the Keepers of Balance, and refers to Dantis Solvanco, who gained the power of immortality via rebirth, his flame sort of rekindling as he died of old age, only to be reborn at the plume of the Phoenix, which is a legendary bird described as being part of Elementis. As a keeper of balance, he brought much good fortune to the world of Celestria, besting numerous threats and overcoming great evils, though Dantis is said to have imploded on the other side of a portal during the convergence to seal it. Rumor has it that the phoenix plumage still lays beneath the lava of Elementis itself. That's what you've got on the Genasi Islands. You also got a bit of information about Callista Argent, which is very vague notes talking about a sorceress who walked the Veil of Dreams during the Convergence and is rumored to be pact-bound, one of the very first tieflings, as you would know. The next one is what you learned about the goddess of Azulara, the goddess of misfortune, who is said to have laughed at fate and blessed gamblers, but often at the expense of dynasties, which would be led to ruin due to their, they're usually quite fortunate, and then misfortune comes and tricks them. And last but not least, I think, he hands this all over to you, and he sort of says to you, that tome you have it's worth keeping close. Maybe opening it and trying a couple pages every now and then. If it whispers Thalassor, perhaps it needs to be in the heavens itself, or in the skies, closer to the storms. It may find solace on rainy days. Just a thought. And I would say that whilst you get that information, Diego, you then received 2 pieces of information, 2 books. The first one talks about the Panther of Shadowed Dreams, which is it's basically a book of a spirit beast, and it speaks of a beast that serve as a ward against dream predators, which matches the sort of spirit beast that you saw. Or that you have heard of from Remus. Nara is mentioned multiple times as the Panther of Shadow Dreams, which looks favorably on Nara as a protector of dreams under the goddess of dreams, Callista, and her watch. And as you look through the pages, you see that you have the goddess of dreams mentioned. Callista is mentioned as being the goddess of dreams, said to own the domains of dreams, sleep, and prophecy. She's thought to connect to mortals via night visions, foresight, and blessings of restful sleep. Callista is said to be a graceful goddess. She's said to be tranquil, and her presence is supposed to be soothing. Typically, her worshippers are those of prophets, dreamers, and those seeking restful sleep. You've also got some prayer words and terms, and you've also learned of her symbol, which is a crescent moon with a starry background. Rumors have stated that they've witnessed her appearing as a luminous figure with an aura of calm and a gentle, soothing voice. That's what you would have learned of Callista, the goddess of dreams. And as he comes back to you, he says, well, I'm awfully sorry. We don't seem to have any remaining books of, any of Shana of Heaven's Gates books. They sell out very, very popular here in Sylvanthal. I hope you know. Rumor is there is a book signing in a few months throughout some of the cities. I know that they're doing Cragholm, and there's also Stonehaven, where there's a massive book signing just a few months from now, or a few weeks from now. I could order one for you if that's what you'd like. I believe there was 3. There was Foreigners with Brown Eyes. I can't remember the other titles. I'm awfully sorry.
That is okay. I'll have to let the king know you haven't got it. Have you got the severance pay?
His daughter should still have a copy. Let me look. As he goes and pulls out. Typically the severance is 50 gold pieces, but given the misfortune that she took, here's a little bit extra. As he adds 25 gold pieces, 75 gold pieces are now on the table. Look, if you know, or if you do see Mirabelle, do let her know I am sorry for how things transpired after her unfortunate hands at the prison. It was not a befitting look for the archives, and we couldn't risk our reputation. It was nothing personal, I assure you. As it happens, this new girl is quite a ditzy one, you see. Kind of wish we still had her. Her light really helped light up the books, or rather the pages that we read from. Wouldn't want to set fire to this place. Anyways, I hope that is all you needed from me. Was there anything else, Master Aarakocra?
Do you have any books specifically on keepers of balance themselves? Maybe, or
Yes.
master?
Let me have a look. As he pulls out a book that basically it has a list of different authors listed underneath it. as you open up the page. It's a brown leather book, and it's got very sort of yellowed pages. This has been here for some time. He sort of dusts off the front cover. Well, ooh. Oh, well. Would you look at that? Piers Jinglethorne was an author of this book. Well, interesting. I didn't think he cared much for history. As he slides it across to you, and you would see that it is essentially a book that lists sort of the convergence events, some of the history of the Keepers of Balance. It talks of the stones, most of the information you'd already picked up from Remus, as well as mentioning that Jinglethorne, it basically says at the bottom of one of the pages, each sort of page is noted with who wrote that page, and one of the most recent ones mentions very clearly Jinglethorne as the name of the author, and what you notice next to it is it says apprentice to Aldrich. It's with an A, A-L-D-R-C-I-C, Aldrich. Not Eldrick, just to clear up that, Aldrich. But yes.
Are you sure this is right?
But that's our most information on the book.
I just can't picture my master's apprentice. Do you know this Eldrick?
Well, Aldrich was one of the Keepers of Balance. More recently, about, 400 years ago? 300 years ago? How old is Jinglethorne? I've never thought about it.
Well, he's a Norman there. You know, the oldest stone, isn't it?
You don't suppose... No. No. No! He's too eccentric to be... No. He couldn't be a Keeper of Balance.
Just a final thing,
Yes.
if you have something.
Absolutely.
Do you have any books on liches, by chance?
Liches?
Liches.
I'm awfully sorry to tell you that right this moment we don't, as many of them were sent to the Coalition's guild hall.
Do you know anything about them? Maybe you've studied them? Have some
I
info?
know a little bit. What is it you'd like to know?
Well, are they? I mean, they're not from this plane, right? I mean, are they from here? Like,
Well,
are they something?
it's quite a dark art, lich magic, undeath. That book you're reading now, as you would see that what you received is a book.
Yeah.
It's the Shrouded History, which basically it's scattered notes about magical purges and attack on the Grove of Sylvana in Umbrasia, not far from Shroudhaven, and how Shroudhaven was essentially the getaway or the recluse for who attacked this. There's a mention in there of a lich and how it's been hiding in the shadows of Umbrasia, but the pages are torn and the record is incomplete.
How about the name for this champion of Sylvana? I mean, do you know what their name was?
Well, there was only a few champions of Sylvana. The last was Lovis Sylvana, who was slain at the Grove of Sylvana when it was burned in Umbrasia. Everybody knows that history, no? Oh, well, everybody well read.
What happened
Can I
there?
roll the history on that?
You can roll a history check. I will tell you anyways, because Silvarian is telling you.
Okay.
Well, it is said that many years ago, near the shadowed vale of Shroudhaven, the Grove of Sylvana once stood tall, a sanctuary of green eternal. Umbrasia used to be a beautiful place. There the champion of Sylvana dwelt, a guardian whose spirit was twined to the lifeblood of the forest itself. But flame and shadow came as one, the grove was burned, the champion fell, and the world wept as her roots turned to ash. The destroyer was no mere man. He bore a blade that drank light itself, its whispers not his own. There was a corruption that clung to him. It said his hunger was deeper than that of steel, a vengeance that scurred even for blood. From the ruin of Shroudhaven, the perpetrators fled west, their trail cutting through rivers of grief until they reached Stonehaven's gates. There, more battles followed, and it was the Keepers of Balance themselves who intertwined and intervened. Their combined strength and might smote the tyrant who had risen, though what became of his body and what became of his soul has never been told. Yet all was not healed, for the ashes of the tyrant's fall, far from the ashes, fell another, and shadows arose. The father who lingered past death, unyielding, bound himself with forbidden rites, and from that day forth, he was named only by whispers as a lich. Some call him the Rot of Sylvana, others the Dusk of Umbrasia. Though his true names have been struck from almost every record, others refer to him as Morgrith.
I mean, is there any history on this Morgrith? Like,
That
anyone
is
know-
all we have. That is all that is known. It has been thought that perhaps Morgrith was under the attack of this latest at the Grove of Solara. It's not far-fetched to think what happened to Sylvana would happen there.
Is there any way to get information on that area of Shroudhaven specifically? Like, important people during the time? Maybe there's been stuff passed down through generations that we can find that might give us glean more information on this Morgrith.
You're not the first to wonder these questions. I, too, had a fascination for Shroudhaven. What's most interesting is the history itself is shrouded. Any books, any knowledge, any history itself was erased, though we know not by what. Even today, the city stands, but there's no recollection of its past.
There's no one alive, or no one who wrote anything after that? No known people who...
There may be people who inhabit there itself, but for some reason, any historical document holds no words. It's as if the notes themselves were unscratched from the pages. As he sort of closes the books to all of you, was there anything else I could get you, Master Warforge? Perhaps you'd like to look into the Titans and this hammer of yours, maybe Fulgurus?
Yeah. I want to definitely look into the Titans. Maybe if you have a book on the champions of gods themselves, I'd like to take a look into some of them as well, if you have anything.
We may have something, as he looks around and he picks up something and hands it to you. And it's just like a brief sort of history of a couple of the champions of maybe the Grove of Sylvana and Solara. But yeah, you receive this, you get another book, which is basically about the Titan lore. So it talks about their origination being somewhat unknown, and that typically Titans are shone by the prime gods due to infighting from centuries prior. They're not seen as malevolent in any way like the dark gods are, but they're not really worshipped openly. And Silvarian sort of says to you, if even the gods can't be rid of them, they must be quite powerful, as he hands you over the book. You notice that there's... Yeah, go on.
Do you know of anybody who maybe worshipped Titans? Maybe someone who has more deeper information on them?
Not of my... It's not really my domain, I'm afraid.
Right.
The most rural cities, Lava Crest of Ignicia, maybe Tempestria, areas with... If you picture volcanic areas, you're likely to find information or worshippers of the Titan of Fire, and the Titan of Lightning would be at Tempestria, where the storms are constantly on away. Cerulika would be the god of the seas, or rather the Titan of the water. Those are the kinds of places I would go first, if I were you.
Okay.
But yeah, he
Alright,
hands you all of this information. You learn about some of the key titans. What's most interesting to you though is that Fulgurius is mentioned as appearing most active in Ignious Storms and the area of Tempestria, which is on the other continent, as he mentioned. Yeah, and it's said that the dwarves claim that the forges ring with Fulgurius's thunder. But yeah, does anybody do anything else, or are we good to say?
I think Diego mentioned he wanted to do a posting service. Maybe I was also trying to look into that.
Mhm.
Before we leave here, maybe do you have any sending scrolls?
Well, I would try the Gilded Quill. They usually sell them on the daily, but
Well,
we don't
he's
house them. Well, I'm terribly sorry I can't be of service to you. Ooh. Is it for the king?
to a degree, yes.
Right. Well, I do have one scroll of sending I could give to you. Sure, here, as he goes to grab a single scroll of sending and hand it to you. You will put in a good word, I presume, with the High King?
I look at Diego. I'm sure we can mention it.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
As all of you manage to get this information, there's quite a lot of it. So there's a lot for you guys to digest separately with the handouts. Anything that you weren't given as a handout, I will give to you after the session as well, in addition to this. Cool. As you guys step away from the library, you notice it's starting to get dark. It's around about, I'd say maybe you've been out for about 3 hours. It was about 2:30. It's maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish. What are you guys doing as you step out? What is everybody doing? Because you've now finished your task for the day. Where are you heading?
I'm posting 2 letters, and then I'm done. Then I'm going back to the tavern.
I would post 1 letter with Diego then.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You would know that there's the Black Network where they sent letters before to people that were hidden. There's also Rhaenara, who you would know is a courier, who walks around the streets. There's occasionally couriers on the way, like traveling to places. Rather than having a specific mailing letterbox place here, they would be individual walking around delivering posts. There's the occasional sort of animal carrying something as well, like a parcel or a mail. So I imagine you'd see something on the way back. Zell.
Zell and Ashira are going to forge an amulet. So we're going to need to buy some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll do that and then head back.
Perfect.
Yep. And if we've got time, Zell wanted to run something by Ashira in character. If not, doesn't matter.
We'll say you arrive back after buying some stuff because the guy spent quite a bit of time in the library. We'll say you arrive back first. We'll have you two in the Hearthrest Inn initially. Sylas and Mirabelle, what are your plans?
We are stuffing ourselves with crumpets and tea.
Love it. Might just need to put that on the screen and just leave that as the rest of the session.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, what
Probably won't have dinner anymore.
Is there anything in particular you're doing this evening?
I suspect that after basically, I think we'll basically tell, or at least I don't know, Silas even agrees to this, but I think I will basically tell Lady Poravinia all that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So she's at least sort of in the loop about, what's going on. And, I think probably after maybe if she'll have us, we'll stick around for dinner, and then afterwards.
Perfect.
Slowly go back to in.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So I'll say that you guys are still there. You're having dinner, you're having something to eat. You're cluing her up on everything. She's looking at Sylas with new eyes, hearing that you're turning into a wolf and stuff. You know, like it's crazy what's going on. You mentioned werewolves, and L'Uriel and her eyes are just open wide. Like she's so impressed, but also petrified for your safety, putting yourself in that situation. What we'll do is we'll come back to the Hearthrest Inn, where we have Ashira and Zell, who arrived back in. I'll say that for sake of brevity, you guys moved in to the bar. You've purchased yourself a forgery kit, and the necessary items, which altogether comes to about 50 gold pieces, with the forgery kit being 15 gold pieces and 35 gold pieces, which is about what these fakes would cost to make, material-wise. Yeah, what do you do? You're muted. Sorry.
Thanks. Cool. I guess Zal will try and say, "Hey, do you mind if we sit somewhere a little bit quieter for a moment? I just wanted to run something by you."
But like, go in the room? I think we have it already, no?
Well, we could go in the room, or maybe sit down at the
Sorry to interject.
chair.
Master Zell, if you're looking for a private area to have a discussion, you're more than welcome to use the back room here. There's no one in there. It's my cooking area.
Okay, we can use that.
Yeah, please make yourselves at home.
Like through.
Yep, just through
through
there. Cool. As the two of you step into what is essentially the kitchen and kiln of where this fresh bakery sort of bread smell is coming from.
I can't really say this in front of other people because of who's involved. But remember that I said that Seraphine is the being in the stone, the goddess of deceit.
Yes.
We're hiding a really big secret right now on behalf of the king. And Seraphine wants to get back at Talon. Do you think it's worthwhile, and I'm not talking about making a deal with her, but do you think it's worthwhile me asking if there's any assistance she can offer us, considering we're doing what the god of deceit would want, hiding great secrets, getting revenge on groups she doesn't like?
Well, I think if you're doing that there could be a contract in place. And if you do that, well, you better make sure that you read the fine print.
Yeah, you're right. I'd like to stay
I'm
away
not
from
saying
being a
don't
deal
do
or a
it. I'm just
contract.
saying be careful, you know?
Yeah.
If it's in her interest, maybe it'll be like a light contract, you know? Maybe you don't have to tell your firstborn child.
Well, I'm hoping it would be less of a contract with a god and more of a discussion. Anyway, I thought I'd run it past you and see if there are any major red flags that would come to your mind. You know, you're the...
Well, she
You're reliable.
lies a lot, right? So how do you know for sure that you're not being lied to by her? I think you need to make sure that you are, you know, dropped on.
True. Very true. That was it, really. I just had to move us into the back because I can't exactly say Seraphine's name out in public.
Well, whilst we are here, maybe we make the kit here. Or the
Yes.
not in front of the people.
Absolutely. Although I was wondering if we waited until maybe some of the others got back to maybe assist us with some of the magic
You're
ideas.
right. You're right. Between you and me, well, you're more magical, but I think Sylas and Diego could really help us.
I think so as well. But maybe we can set up an area back here that we could start working on it. Just rather than doing it in front of everyone in the front there.
Yeah, if they let us stay in here,
Decent.
or I mean, we could do it upstairs. I don't mind.
You said make yourself
Zell.
at home. So yes.
Oh, but you are right. And she grabs a piece of bread, starts snacking on it. One thing, whilst I have you here before everybody comes back. And I understand that this could be a touchy subject for you, and I don't mean to pry, but you know the girl you once spoke of? Your Mirabelle?
Yeah.
When we are with the Black Network, I was wondering, and perhaps you've already done this, or it's maybe a wound you don't want to open up again, but have you tried to track her down?
It crossed my mind, but what would I even say to her if she is alive? And do I even want to know if she's dead or not? Would I say, hey, I was too much of a coward, but how are you doing? You know? No, I think that's... If anything happened to her, I will one day get vengeance. But I'm sure things ended up better for her without me around.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to pry,
No.
but, it crossed my mind when we were in there.
It's fine. It's fine. It's, one of the reasons I didn't give up the location for the 200 gold pieces straight away. What if she's there? What if that harms her in some way? What if, other people who aren't my father get hurt? I don't know. A lot to think about.
Well,
Thank you, Ash.
let's, of
Thanks
course.
Thanks for being with me today. And I know that I came with you, but thank you for, everything.
Yeah, it's okay. Look, I told you, you need somebody to tell your problems to, and I'm making sure your truth comes through.
You're right. Anyway, forgery. I mean, definitely making the real thing. And he takes out this new forgery kit and takes the parts out and starts just laying them out on the desk in front.
Yep.
Perfect.
Throws, moves all the bread out the way of the pans and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you sort of clear a space.
Ashira will just to open the door and go, Flavian, when the others come, just send them in here, yeah?
No worries. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, speak of the devils, and you see Judge, Diego, and Elirr. The three of you arrive back at the Hearthrest Inn. Diego, can I have you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh, fuck. Wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Good job I got that heroic inspiration still handy, eh? Let's give it a whirl. Oh, 19's pretty good. I'll keep a 19.
Okay, cool.
What do I notice?
You notice... You know what? Can I have a wisdom check from you? Just a flat wisdom check.
Oh, you're going to make me go Dubile rolls, eh? I'll use my inspiration, why
As
not?
you rolled a 6.
Oh my god.
As you rolled a 7. Diego,
I'll use a lucky.
Oh. Okay, an 11. That's enough for you, actually, because DC was 10. You noticed it with the wisdom saving throw of a 19, and with a 10, with a wisdom save first, you felt you were being watched. With a 10, someone is scrying you right now.
But I've succeeded, so they failed?
So they failed, yes. They failed seeing you, but you felt them try to. And they can't do it for another 24 hours. But somebody was looking for you.
I think Diego would just stop. And maybe Judge and Elirr step forward a little bit to go in, and then maybe notice that he's just stopped, and Diego's just like,
Are you okay, buddy?
Are you having another headache?
oh no, this is not good. Let's get inside real quick.
Perfect.
Okay.
As you guys step in,
Yeah, I rush in.
Flavian says, "Oh, hello. Welcome back, Judge, Elirr, Diego. Would any of you like a drink? Your friends
can
are
you
in the
get-
back."
You get my friend something strong, please. I
Diego,
think he needs something good. Yeah,
I
he
have
needs
just the
something-
thing. A mojito.
I'll take a double
Yeah.
mojito, please.
2 of them or double the
Oh, no,
strength?
just double the strength. Thank you.
Right. Tough
Diego,
day.
what happened out there?
Let's go in there. In the back.
Right?
As he makes you a double strength mojito. By the way, your friends Ash and Zen, is it? They're both back here in the room here. Please,
Oh.
they wanted to speak to you
Why-
or see you when you
Why
arrived.
are they in the back room?
They needed a private space, and I gave them my
Private
office, so to
space?
speak.
That also sounds great to me, so let us go.
Right. All right. Sure. This group gets weirder by the second.
As you guys step through. I will move your tokens for you, but yeah, you step through, and the rest of you, Ash and Zell, you hear these 3 come through, sort of muttering to one another.
Oh, hey guys, we're just around the corner.
Yeah. What's going on?
Hello.
Oh, we're making Light Network wanted to charge us like 100 gold pieces for this counterfeit amulet, and we just thought we'll make it ourselves. But it's good that you guys are here. So I
Why
was
are we
hoping
needing
that
counterfeit amulet?
Well, I thought it could be a good trap potentially in the future, and they sell them,
Alright.
and I was hoping I could pick it up a lot cheaper, but
Sweet.
no, he wanted to rip us off, and I thought maybe whenever the time is right, we could use it as a trap.
So you mean I can, instead of having to go look for them, they'll come to us? I like it.
Exactly. We do
I
the
like it a
nice,
lot.
easy work. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I like the way you think. Probably my favorite plan you guys have come up with yet.
What does that
Diego, are
mean?
you?
Oh, I think someone just tried to cast a spell on me.
Well, we were walking right
What
outside
now?
with you.
What type of
I
spell?
just got like an immediate feeling that someone was trying to
I-
see what I was doing.
I give a look to Elirr.
Is it
Blair? Did you do something out there without me noticing?
No, I didn't. Can I check? Do you mind?
Well, I think whatever it was, I was able to like stave it off, but I feel like I was being watched, or at least tried to be watched.
Zell, you would know, because people have done this to you in the past. This was scrying. Somebody was trying to scry on you guys, or spy on you guys. Maybe just Diego.
Interesting. Okay, well that sounds like a scrying spell.
How does that
Uh,
work?
A scrying
Uh,
spell?
Can I do it again?
Yeah. Well, they'd have to wait a day, but the idea of the spell is somebody can basically cast it, and they can either perceive you, or they can perceive through you, or various different ways that it can work. But someone is trying to remotely view you, or see what
Yeah.
you're up to.
How many times have this happened before, Diego?
Well, a lot of people always want to know what I'm doing, but I've never noticed it like this before.
Well, who would be a magic caster strong enough to do something like this?
Well, this is what scares me, because the only person that I have ever known in my time to be pretty powerful magic-wise would be Dahlia.
And okay.
Okay, that's not the
Oh.
worst thing, because at least it's not
Or
Javier.
or maybe
Well,
no, he can't
you
do
say that.
magic. He's dumb.
This might not be relevant to this, but we were told today. They're coming back soon, the coalition.
Like any time. That
moment.
could be today.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can leave tonight, alright?
So,
We
like,
don't have to stay around.
I
Would you like my scarf?
Your scarf, what would I do with that?
Look,
Here you go.
I
As you
think we
wrap
need
it
to have
around his head.
I think we have a serious discussion tonight about when we actually want to leave. the city. I think it might be best we get out of Dodge sooner rather than later.
Where is Dodge?
Maybe first night, maybe first light, maybe like right when the sun starts to rise.
Well, we should probably have that conversation when Sylas
I
and
agree.
Mirabelle. Has anyone seen Sylas and
Where is
Mirabelle?
Sylas and Mirabelle at?
They went to Lady Porvinia's house.
Ah, all right, that makes sense.
I would say, for the sake of brevity, are you guys going to be spending some time doing the foraging here?
We are preferably waiting for that guidance from Sylas when he gets back as well.
Okay, so you guys probably have a conversation. Maybe you talk about what you found out at the library, you discuss your days, etc. Some time
Yeah.
passes. It gets to about 9 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock, when you hear I will say that both Mirabelle and Sylas, full-bellied and full of hearts, walk through the door of the Hearthrest Inn. You return feeling a little bit lighter, maybe. Although the words were heavy from Porvinia regarding Winzira and the stuff going on, you can't help but feel a little bit of warmth. Having been received so nicely, being given a key to her home, as if it's your own. What do you guys do? Do you step in?
They're not there yet?
I have no clue, but I'm so full of crumpets. They were good.
They were very good.
I've at least had 15
They
or something.
should have taken some with us.
Oh, yeah. We're on the road.
Yeah.
Ah.
I don't know if they would still be good tomorrow. Anyway, maybe I really don't want another drink. And Belief's not here yet. The rest isn't here yet. Shall we just sit?
Is the door open? And I go to the door to
Mhm.
see if the door opens.
Yeah, it opens.
Looks... Someone's here? Like... I guess the door is open. We'd like make a mojito ourselves.
Oh, do you really want another drink? I had too much tea.
One mojito can... We can do that, right?
And
I get in.
as you step in, you hear the sounds of the tavern. There's still people here having food and drinks. It's a Saturday night, essentially. It's quite busy, actually. And Flavian looks like
Yeah,
he's...
I thought we were already inside. I didn't.
okay. Yeah, no, you weren't in
I
yet.
was like, yeah, but I don't see anyone else yet because they're obviously in the back room. So I was like,
Mhm.
okay, we'll just sit down.
And as you guys step through the door, Flavian sort of looks at you. Ah! Mirabelle, Sylas, if you don't mind, as he waves over to you, come, would you like a drink? Anything to eat? Welcome back to the Hearthrest Tavern. We have, your friends are all next door. They're using my private office, or kitchen, just over here, if you'd like
Are
to...
they cooking?
I don't know, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what they're up to. Would you let Diego know his mojito's been sitting here on the side for a while? I have to keep an eye on the bar, you see.
If you like, you can take it.
Oh, please, yes, go right ahead. It's on the house. Captain's orders.
Oh, wonderful.
Shouldn't you get everyone out of your kitchen? Don't you have business there?
Well,
Customers must need food, no?
well, yes and no. A lot of the food is prepped here, but you are right. I will need my office back soon. I'm hoping they'll free it up soon.
We'll drag them out.
Thank you. As you guys step through the door, you
I
would...
would say with his mojito in hand, before I go through the door, I just take a quick sip, probably coughing on how strong that mojito is.
Yeah.
I did not expect that something happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I come in like coughing, like Diego, that's something for you.
Oh no. Is it them too? And I like step around the corner. Oh, okay. That looks good. And I just neck the entire mojito and then put it on the
Wow.
side.
Can I have a Constitution saving throw from me,
Oh.
please?
You certainly can.
Yeah.
Oh
With-
my gosh.
With
I'm
a
either lucky. I'm either lucky.
okay, it's a 2, so
Yeah, well, it's actually that one, but that's better. 15.
Cool. A 15, yeah. It's strong. It hurt a little bit.
Oh.
You wince. You feel yourself almost gag slightly, but yeah, you're okay.
I think you need another one there, friend. I think you should
No,
go get
I'm
a
fine.
second. No,
That is
okay.
good. Yes.
What
Thank
are
you
you
so
guys
much.
What are you guys doing here? Poor Flavio needs his kitchen.
Oh, we need to put an amulet together.
An amulet, and you
Yeah.
do it in the kitchen.
Well, it's not a legitimate amulet, so it's this was just a spare table that we had to work on. Now, if you would be so kind, Sylas, now that you've arrived, I don't suppose you could assist Ash and myself with a little bit of guidance, and maybe you could inspire us somewhat, Diego.
Wait, is Ash your new nickname for Ashira?
I mean, it's just short for Ashira, but sure.
No one calls
Alright.
her, right? Ashira?
I've been calling her Shira.
My family calls me Ashira. Perhaps you've heard it there? Sorry, I mean, they call me Ash.
Right.
But
I can. Well, yeah. Well, is this stuff even legal?
Yeah.
Look, the plan is, according to Ashira, came up with a really brilliant plan that we make a fake necklace that will draw the enemy to us, so I can smash their knees in and break their legs.
That was sure. Yeah, that's the plan.
That's a great plan. My favorite plan so far.
Paraphrasing.
Oh, yeah. Well, then maybe I should not help with that.
No, I think you should for the point of breaking their kneecaps. I think that's a reason in itself.
I don't
It's
know what
something that
happened
we're
to
going
you
to
guys, but this seemed like a very violent thing to do. You guys went to church and libraries, right?
I
how
quit
did you
my
come?
job.
But now you became all violent. Well, sure, Crumpets and tea are lovely.
Cyrus, the actual plan is if we need to lure the Red Hoods out at some point, we could potentially use this.
Oh, speaking of quitting jobs, Mirabelle here. Severance pay from the library, or Arcane Spire, whatever the f it's called.
I'll look at it. Merci. Did you actually talk to Silvarion?
Well,
What did he say?
Well, he knows that you work for the king now, so that should cheer you up.
he actually said he
Right.
misses you. He wants
Of
you
course
back.
he misses me. I mean, you saw the lady who replaced me. Little.
I didn't.
Wow. I mean, thank you, Diego. I really appreciate this. I mean, it's food for another week, no?
Yeah, as you gain 75 gold pieces that Diego was holding on to for you.
Hey, thank you.
So,
He wasn't so bad. He helped us quite a bit. Lots of information.
I suppose it's his job, no? I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad I was not there, but I hope you do tell me about the information you found. Maybe later. As we get out of this kitchen.
Well, let's make this quickly first, and then so how does the heroic inspiration work? It's not something that I
Well, I need an hour's short rest.
have we had maybe an hour short rest since we've been standing in here waiting for
You didn't explain to me what you needed until now.
You didn't say
I
anything at
would
all.
say
You
I
just-
would
About
say
inspiration.
I would say you would have the guidance. Ash, do you have inspiration?
No, but I'm like just bardic. Can you put bardic inspiration
can put
on
bardic.
a forgery roll?
Yeah,
of course.
You can put a bardic and guidance,
and do we get
and you have advantage
do we
because
get-
Ashira is helping you with it. Yes,
Oh,
it would be
okay.
either it will be Zell
you
who's doing
have-
the roll. It'll either be deception or performance.
would it not be the forgery? I mean, I'm happy for it to be deception.
It would be deception or performance. You're trying to create an item to
Sleight
look
of
like a
hand?
fake. No, it'll be a deception or
I'm gonna-
performance.
I'm gonna be a dick to myself about this. forgery kit has its own roll, and even though my deception is a +8, my forgery kit's a +5.
I would allow a deception roll here because you've got the advantage from
Yeah,
Ashira
okay.
as well. She's explaining what it looks like. You've got everyone around you. I'll allow it.
Nice. Okay, cool. I'll take deception. Am I okay to have guidance? Am I okay to have inspiration?
Yeah, guidance and the bardic.
Sure.
Is that a plus 1d6 for the guidance and a plus 1d6 for bardic?
No,
1d4.
D4 for the guidance.
1d4
for the
and the
guidance.
bardic is 1d6.
1d6.
Cool.
Yes, you're inspired.
Cool. Let's have that
Just
deception
take it.
check then.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
26.
26.
Oh my god.
So that's an 18
best
plus your
fake I've ever
bonus.
was.
Plus a D4, which was a 4, so that's
So you're on 30.
My
that's
lord.
and that's another 4, so that's 34.
Oh my gosh.
34.
This looks more real than the real thing.
The real
Yeah, this is a spitting image, Ashira, of the amulet that you lost. It looks more like the actual amulet you had than the one that was offered to you by the Black Network. I will say, with a roll of over 30, you're the second person to enter the Flirty Dirty 30 Achievement Club. So congratulations to Zell for reaching that. You join a very distinguished club, which consists of only Sylas and yourself. So yeah, congrats. As you feel that pouch on your side slightly get heavier, I guess, with that dust.
Zell wipes like a cloth, like the sweat kind of dripping down his head as he was walking. Like, done. Is this any good?
Zell, I'm gonna be honest. If we retrieve my amulet, I'm not sure I can tell the difference between this one and the real one.
That
The
looks
hat
shit.
Oh,
on you.
nice. Okay.
Did you say it looks shit?
Yes, it looks so fake. Look at it.
Diego,
What do
be
you mean?
honest. It looks really good. It looks really well
I
fine
have
tuned.
nothing. I have
At least
nothing
we
to compare
know.
it to.
At
It looks
least we
so
know.
shiny.
At least we know
You-
if Zell fails at his job at whatever he's doing on this group, he can then be a jeweler. He can have a successful career as a jeweler.
I think
So
you
what
can.
if?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go on. No, so what if the people who want to, I don't know, steal it or whatever, use detect magic? It will fall through within seconds, won't it?
True. But they have to get
Yep.
close for that, right? Don't they have to get a little closer? And by then I'll break their kneecaps. And that's already what we need.
Exactly. And
you're right.
perhaps, I don't know, imbue some magic into it someday. Put
I
a spell
cast
in it, I don't know.
guidance into it.
It glows and then dissipates.
There.
Well,
Well,
I can do it again
There
tomorrow.
are also spells that can mask this kind of thing.
could we not maybe put like one of our many magic rocks into that thing, and that way if they do detect magic, they detect the rock that's in it.
Can we get
I
out
mean,
of the
it's something we can
kitchen
look
first?
You hear a knock at the
Oh,
Yes,
door.
we can get out of the
We-
kitchen. We can get out of the kitchen.
You hear a knock
Okay.
at the door from where you came in. Sorry, excuse me, friends.
I'm
Captain
sorry,
Emberleaf.
Flavian, I tried.
No, not to bother. Thank you, Mirabelle. Captain Emberleaf is here to speak with you. Apparently he has a meeting with you. Rhaenyra's also here. Whenever you're ready, if you wouldn't mind, as he steps away back to the bar. Do you guys go down?
Shall we?
Cool.
Zell kind of
Yep.
hides it, packages it up, passes it to Ashira.
Yeah, who also then packages it into her satchel and along with another piece of bread.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys, you head back down and you all see that as you step through, I'll just move all your tokens out there. As you step through, you see that you have Captain Emberleaf, 2 city guards, and Rhaenyra. As Captain Emberleaf sees you, he goes, I'm glad I could meet with you all. So, are you all ready to move this evening, or do you want to go in the morning, or what would you like to do? My recommendation, as somebody who works with the city guard and a captain who's fairly well esteemed, it would probably be best to move under nightfall. Should you be okay to move? I don't know how rested you are.
We haven't rested all day, I don't think.
Perhaps
I
at
think
first
the
light?
night- First light or night is probably the best bet anyway.
Not to
That
worry.
depends on you guys, right? I don't
What
need
time-
to sleep.
What time is it now?
It's just before 10.
10?
Just before 10.
If we slept now, it'd be what, 6 a.m.? We
Yeah.
could
Be
leave
6.
literally as soon as we wake.
Mm-hmm.
True.
We could try 6 a.m. if that works for everyone. We go to sleep now.
Yeah. Could you prepare? I mean, could you prepare our
Oh.
carriage like before the morning? That way we don't have to worry. We just get up, get in, and go.
Well-
If Flanagan is available, I mean
Well,
he was
it's up to you. If you'd like to take a coach, you're more than welcome to take the Flanagan fellow that was left outside of the palace gates, or you can take the one of the mounts from the stables. I believe the king said you were free to take one of his to borrow.
but we don't want to be seen on the king stuff, right? I mean, that could kind of put us
Well-
out there.
Not his mount, surely. It would just be mounts in the city, no?
They are his private stable. Your
Oh.
fellow judge here does raise a good point.
I think Flanagan might, or at least someone from that group might be best, right? It's not someone, maybe not Flanagan. That way to, we don't put that poor guy in possible danger again. But I mean, just any of them. I mean, that way we just look like normal people leaving the city.
Well, by all means.
Yeah.
I mean, if you'd prefer to go by coach, we can definitely use the Waygate to transport the coach, and it would conceal you better as travelers on the road. It also would mean you'd have the coach with you wherever you go next.
Exactly.
The only thing is, I want to raise a quick point. The mounts could be quicker and we can go off path. We can stay more hidden.
But aren't they're clearing the road for us to Fortar. I just mean more so, I don't have an issue with the roads themselves. I just don't want people noticing us as a group, because people might now know us as a group heading to where we're going.
But if we are taking the Waygates, then we circumvent the roads anyway, no?
Right, but they're clearing the pathway for us to get to Fortar
Well,
from that direction.
If you're early enough in the morning, or late enough in the evening, the road is normally quite quiet.
My point being is they have had 1 day to clear the roads, and it takes 3 days to get there. So if we are traveling via transportation, we will get there before they clear the road.
This is
It's
true.
my point I'm trying to make.
But they're already ahead of us, right? So wouldn't they?
They are 1 day ahead.
They are not
But we are
far.
teleporting. They are coming from the city.
3 days ahead.
Yeah, that's true. Look, I'm down what you guys want to do. I think, the mounts could be a good idea, but are they like separate mounts? Is it one mount for all of us to fit onto, or?
Well, there should be enough for each of you, even yourself, Judge.
Right.
We have a ram that should be able to take your, no offense intended, weight.
Yes,
I-
this is
I
my
want to
issue with the mount.
No. We're taking the mounts. I want to see that.
No, but my problem is
Uh-uh.
if we get separated, if we somehow get separated, wouldn't we want to stick together on one thing in case something happens?
We have ways to contact each other that we've gained over time, I believe.
Yes,
True.
I can raise my voice.
Very well.
Right. Sure. You know what? Why not? Let's do it.
Okay. Well, if that is what you would
When Zell
prefer.
says that, he looks at Mirabelle.
We can also double up as well on mounts, right? So we don't have to go solo.
Except for
Two of
me.
us
I-
For Judge.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course, except for you. But, you're a big guy. You'll be fine. But if we wanted to, we could double up so that way we have less mounts. And then, we only need what? 2, 3, 4 mounts?
yeah.
That looks more
What if I don't like-
inconspicuous?
Being on by myself. Maybe I have
Then-
separation anxiety.
Then maybe run
And we'll
quickly?
call you on a
Bond
lead.
Step it up.
and bond with your mount. Silas can do it. Maybe he can teach you.
We
Yeah,
could build
keep
you a
up.
sled and carry you.
Well,
You know what? Let's get the mounts and get out of here, I guess.
I believe
First light.
I believe one or two of you mentioned to me about sending notes or errands. I brought Rhainara with me in case there was anything you needed to do in the city, any errands you needed to send. Yeah.
Um,
What do you need?
um, I have a letter I want to send to an old friend.
Sure, I can take a letter. Phew,
Well,
that's
she's not
easy.
here in this city. I don't know where she is really. I was
Oh.
thinking more of like magic stuff. I don't know.
Oh.
Is there ways to find out?
I don't know. I'm more of a poster master courier type. If you need to send a message to someone, that's much more spellcasters. Maybe like yourself are better sending that than me.
Would you be able to find out maybe somehow about Alariel the Celestria?
Let me write that down as she scribbles the name. Well, you know what? I could certainly ask around.
Well, she's been training at the academy of the Mysterious Spire as well.
Oh, in
Maybe if you
Atria. Yeah, okay,
try
I
to
can send a
find
note
out-
there and see what happens.
Yeah, that could be nice if you could find out from them.
And then I'll send a note to you via Captain Everleaf here.
That would be lovely.
Anything else?
I have a question. If there are 3 letters to go out, and there are 3 different locations, how do you send all 3?
Well, I've got a team of my own, you see. I'm a
Understood.
bit of a
Here's
boss.
one to Elder Glow, and here's one to Stonehaven. Thank you very
Elder
much.
Glow, I know. Stonehaven, yeah, easy enough. Cool. As she pockets the
great.
2 letters.
And I give her the money as well. The 5
Oh,
silver.
stop.
Gold.
And she pushes it back. I got it. It's on the house, on the king, on this guy.
Oh, well, in that case, and I start getting parchment out, but then
No, please. Unless it's urgent.
I
Oh.
didn't. Go ahead.
No, very quickly, on a tiny piece of paper, Shira writes a very short note, folds it, gives it to Rhaenyra, and says, "You know the fishmonger in the harbor?" And it'll be the one where the black market is under.
Mhm.
This is to Dane and Tarnik. He'll know who to give it to.
Tarnik? Didn't he get arrested?
Oh, there's several Tarniks in
Right.
Silvandre.
Okay.
Popular name.
Emberleaf sort of nods to you. I will see to it. Don't worry.
You know, last one. You know the on the subject of the harbor, the little urchins, the young kids who live on the streets around those areas. You know, it's not a well kept secret that there's a little bit of a gang of them that look out for each other.
Yes.
Could you see that this is delivered to them? And Zell hands over a note with 15 gold pieces.
Wow. Zell, yes, of course we can do that. I'll take this one.
I didn't get a chance to see them after I
No,
stopped working as in
it's
the area.
awfully generous. I will see to it that they receive this. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. If it's all right with you, I will collect you all at 6 o'clock in the morning. As soon as dawn hits the tavern, and we can head to the palace ourselves. You'll need a royal. You'll need a royal visit to get into the stables.
Oh, I have the seal.
Well, that should do the trick as well.
We should probably get to bed. We got a long day tomorrow. Thank you, Captain Emberleaf, for everything.
Perfect. Alrighty then. I shall see you all in the morning at first light as he steps down, and Rhaenyra sort of follows him as well as the guards, and they leave out the tavern door. Until then, as he heads away. Do you guys head up to your room? Do you go to sleep?
Yep.
Perfect. For the sake of brevity, we'll say that you all sleep in the same beds as you did previously. You all manage to gain the benefits of a long rest, and you wake in the morning.
Could I set up a potion, brewing a potion?
Which potion?
The potions of resistance, the recipe I bought.
Only if you have the ingredients, which I will tell you now you don't.
Well, because
you only just got the potion
on top of the alchemy
yes,
supplies. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
So you don't yet have that, but you do have the recipe now. But yeah, you guys wake up in the morning fully rested. So if you want to roll your long rest, get your stats and spell slots back, please go ahead. And I think that's where we're going to call today's session. So thank you for playing. Thank you for being here. Next session, you guys will head out towards Forge Heart Citadel. What
As level
is
3?
in store for you? Not at level 3. What is in store for you? You'll have to wait and see.
God,
And until then, have a good one. Bye-bye.